Hello, welcome to class. This class will be a no wrist practice. This class is perfect for anybody who experiences some wrist pain while they are doing their yoga practice. And while we won't be using the wrists much, it's still important to be stretching and strengthening the wrists. So we will do a brief wrist warm up at the beginning of class as well. So whenever you're ready to go, join me in a laying position on your back. Back down. Maybe you place your feet on the mat, knees bent. If it helps you to center yourself, perhaps your right hand goes to the abdomen, left hand to the chest. Maybe you close your eyes down here for a moment. Just take a second to connect to the breath. This is just a really good way to center yourself for the practice, to set any responsibilities you might have off the mat, and a reminder to just maintain awareness and focus on the breathing throughout the remainder of this practice. Seeing if you can deepen the inhales and the exhales. Sealing the lips, breathing predominantly through the nose. When you're ready, arms extend by your side, palms facing down. Feet are planted. Push the hips up into the sky. Roll the shoulder blades under slightly for bridge pose. Really curling the tailbone under here, gauging the hips, the glutes. If you want more, even pulling the hips into the heels into the hips, feeling that contraction of the hamstrings. Inhale, send the right leg straight up into the air. One-legged bridge pose. Continue to focus on the breath here. Slowly lower the hips down. Cross right ankle over the left knee. Grab hold of the left shin and pull the knees into the chest, flexing both feet to protect the knees. Set both feet down on the mat. Again, rolling the shoulder blades under. Engage the glutes here. Push the hips up into the sky. Bridge pose. Stay connected to the breath. See if you can push the hips up even higher. You might be noticing a sensation in the knees here, which would indicate your quads are quite tight. Inhale, left leg goes up, straight. Continue to push into the glute. You may be feeling a shaking sensation, which is fine. Slowly lower the hips down. Cross the left ankle over the right knee, grab for the right shin, pull both knees into the chest. Continuing to flex the feet here, protect the knee joints. Breathing into the left glute. Extend both legs long, come up to a seated position. Straighten the spine, staff pose. Inhale, right leg comes straight off the mat. Feeling that sensation in the hip flexor. Maybe a pinch. Maybe it starts to cramp. Slowly lower the right leg, lift left. Lower the left leg down. Roll over the knees here. Come into a kneeling position. with the palms in front of the knees. No real weight in the palms here, but we're still going to do a brief wrist warm up here. So begin to rock forward and back. Just ensure you're not feeling any pain in the wrists. Go to whatever edge you're currently capable of. Start to internally rotate the hands. Continue to rock forward and back. Seeing if you can keep the arms straight, placing as much weight in the palms as your wrists will allow. I have the toes untucked here to allow greater weight to be placed in the knees instead of in the hands. Flip the palms so the fingers are pointed towards the knees. Lean back. Your palms can peel off the mat here if it's more comfortable. Just move to the edge of your ability. Shake the hands out, come onto the backs of the hands so that the fingers are pointed towards each other. This is an excellent move in order to start strengthening the wrist. So lower the chest down. Push back up, form a fist. Lower the wrist down, lower the chest down, and repeat. Pushing back up, forming a fist, and then lowering the wrist back down to the mat. The idea is to slowly work up and place more and more weight into the wrists here to strengthen all throughout the back of the wrists. We'll take 2 more like this. This is an excellent movement, practice, exercise to be doing on your own time in order to strengthen the wrists so that you're capable of conducting a full yoga class. Plant the hands back, fingers facing forward, palms on the mat. Peel just the palms off the mat, keeping the balls of the fingers on the floor, and then slowly lower the wrist down. Again, lift the palms and slowly lower the wrist back down. The idea is, again, to slowly place more and more weight into the hands here as you begin to build strength through the back of the wrists. These 2 movements, if done on a regular basis, will begin to rebuild the strength and flexibility in your wrists so that you don't have wrist pain anymore. Good. Set the forearms down, the elbows down into a modified table pose. We'll begin to warm up the spine through some segmentation here. So as you inhale, drop the chest, head goes up. And as you exhale, round down, head down, spine up. Again, inhale, drop the chest, head up. Exhale as you slowly round down. A couple more like this on your own. Inhale, head up. Exhale as you round down. Noticing the range of movement is slightly restricted here because we are not using the wrist, but that's fine. We're still able to pump the fluid into the spine before we engage in a more rigorous practice. Inhale, drop the chest, head goes up. Exhale to round down, round the spine, head goes down. Let's find a neutral spine here. Reconnect to the breath. Chest lifts slightly. Left leg comes forward beside the left hand. Inhale, both arms go up. As you exhale, right arm goes forward, left arm goes back for a revolved low lunge. Breathing into the right hip flexor here. On your next inhale, both arms go back up. And as you exhale, the right arm comes to the lower back and begin to push the hips forward. Again, breathing into the right hip flexor. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, cactus the arms, broaden the chest. Inhale, arms up. As you exhale, plant the hands slightly to the front of the mat. Again, no real weight in the hands here. Lengthen And as you exhale, the chest comes down. Bring the torso back up, straighten the left leg. Inhale to lengthen here, and as you exhale, fold forward for half splits. Replant the left foot on the mat. Begin to lift the back knee off the mat. Shift the weight forward into the left foot. Pop up onto the left foot. The right leg goes up and back. Warrior 3 prep. Drop the right hip down slightly. Continue to breathe here. To the hamstring, behind the knee. On your next inhale, sweep the right knee high. Connect the left hand to the right knee. Reach the right arm behind you and twist open to the right, pulling into the knee to deepen the twist here. Connect to the breath. Step the right foot behind you about halfway at a 45-degree angle. Begin to curl the head down, spine down, until the hands connect to the mat for pyramid pose. Shifting the left hip a little bit more back. On your next inhale, left arm goes up, revolved pyramid pose. Sweep the left arm forward and in front of you. Twist so that you're facing the front of the mat and begin to heel toe the feet wider apart. Send your heels wider than the toes. Inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, fold forward into Prasarita. You can keep a slight bend in the knees. On your next inhale, both arms come high. Send the heels in, toes out. As you exhale, cactus the arms, sink the hips down into goddess pose. Continue to curl the hips under here, engaging the core, sending the chest back and broad. See if you can sink lower. Hands come to the heart. And on your next inhale, Skandasana to the right. So bend the right knee. Let's just go down halfway. Left leg goes straight. And then move back to the front of the mat. Both feet facing forward. Send the hands high as we land in a crescent lunge. Keeping a bend in the back knee, curling the hips under. As we inhale, let's lengthen the arms. And on the exhale, we'll sink a bit deeper. On your next inhale, we open to Warrior 2. The left arm goes forward, right arm goes back. Drop the right heel to the ground, sink low. Continue to curl the hips under, ensuring you can see the big toe on the inside edge of that knee. Equal weight in both feet. Let's reverse. So the left arm flips over, comes up and over the head. Right arm slides down the back leg. Breathing into the side body, continuing to bend through the front knee. On your next exhale, the left elbow goes to the left knee. Right arm comes up and over the head, side angle. Drop the right hand to the mat beside the left foot. The back heel lifts off the mat. Lower the back knee down. Torso comes up. Low lunge. Untuck the back toes. Send the left knee back as well too, so we land in a kneeling position. And then the chest comes down. Send the forearms back to the mat for this modified table. Curl the toes under here. Lift the knees off the mat for dolphin pose. Push into the elbows to send the hips back. Reconnect to the breath here. Drop the knees. Torso comes up slightly. Send the right foot beside the right hand. Inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, left arm goes forward, right arm goes back for a revolved low lunge. Inhale, both arms go up. As you exhale, left hand connects to the lower back. Push the hips forward. Breathing into the left hip flexor. On your next inhale, both arms come up. As you exhale, cactus the arms open, broaden the chest. Inhale, arms go up. As you exhale, fold forward, connect the hands to the front edge of the mat. Send the chest down. Maybe your elbows can connect to the mat here. In this modified lizard, maybe they stay lifted, that's fine. Inhale the chest back up, extend the left leg straight forward. Inhale, lengthen here, and exhale, fold forward into a modified half splits. Just the fingertips are connected to the mat here, no real weight being placed in the hands. Connecting to our breath. Replant the right foot. Pick up the back knee off the ground. Maybe you curl the toes under there. Shift the weight forward. Pop up onto the right leg. Send the left up and back. Warrior 3 prep. Keep the hands down. Drop the left hip slightly. Really kicking that back leg up, engaging the glutes. Breathing here. On your next inhale, sweep the left knee high. Grab hold of the left knee with the right hand. Extend the left arm behind you. Twist the chest open to the left. Really pulling into that knee to deepen the twist. Good. Step the left foot behind you halfway at a 45-degree angle. Begin to curl the head down. Lower down until the hands touch the mat for pyramid pose. Over time, the right leg can straighten, but it's okay to have it bent. On your next inhale, right arm goes up, revolved pyramid, pulling the right hip back slightly. Pushing into the grounded hand to deepen the twist. On your next inhale, sweep the right arm up and over the head, twist so that you're facing the long edge of the mat. Heel toe the feet out. Heels wider than the toes. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, Prasarita. You can traction the mat here, pull yourself deeper, keep the legs bent slightly. Inhale, both arms up, pull the heels in, toes out, exhale. Cactus the arms, broaden the chest, send the hips down, goddess pose. Again, we are tucking the tailbone under, sending the spine straight, broadening the chest here, sinking lower. Hands come to the heart. Let's Skandasana to the left. So bend the left knee just halfway. Right leg goes straight. Then move back to the front of the mat here. Both arms go up, feet facing forward, crescent lunge. Again, let's bend the back knee slightly, curl the tailbone under, bend into the front knee. Connect to the breath here, arms are straight. Right arm goes forward, left back. Drop the left heel as we open into Warrior Two, continuing to keep a bend in the front knee. Equal weight through both feet, curling the hips under. Gaze is forward. Reverse your warrior. Right arm goes up and over the head. Breathe into the side body. As you exhale, right elbow, right knee, left arm comes up and over the head. Twist open. Good. Set the left hand down beside the right. You're picking up that left heel there. Send the back knee down here. Chest comes up. Right knee goes back as we land in a kneeling position. Chest comes down as we plant the forearms to the mat. Again, this modified tabletop. Curl the toes under here. Pick the knees off the mat. Send the hips back. Dolphin pose. Just breathing here. Good. Slowly set the knees down. Chest comes up. Then push yourself back into a malasana or a squat pose. So heels come down as much as possible. Knees are bent. See if you can keep the back up and straight. You may need to set the feet more apart to sink lower into this position. But again, this is a safe position, having the knees over the toes here. This is a beneficial position for the low back, for the knees. It's extremely common in some Eastern countries, but in the West, we don't do this as often. Ideally, we could stay here for 10 minutes. Again, we won't do that today, but something to work up to. Let's twist on to the back here. So turning around, setting the hips down. Legs come up, point the toes. Extend the arms in front of you. Boat pose. Curl the tailbone under. At the same time, broaden the chest. Just breathing here. Really connecting to the breath. Allowing the body to shake. We're building strength. We stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the legs down, back down. Lift the legs up, grab to the outer edge of the feet, happy baby pose. You can rock here or move really in any way that feels good for you. Extend the legs long, arms by your side. Roll the shoulder blades under as we land in Shavasana. Feel the body sinking into the mat. Feeling the ground push back into the body, relaxing every muscle. Really just sinking into the ground, allowing our breath to return to normal. Maybe you close the eyes here. This is where we absorb the benefits of the class. Feel free to stay for as long as you can. Again, stay for as long as you can, as long as you need. Thank you so much for sharing your time, your energy with me. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste.